Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. My name is Malika, and what's up? So, I have something I want to talk about, and it's going to be a little all over the place, and I don't know how to format this. I don't know. It's my first time, but let's just see where this goes. So, I'm Malika. I'm traveling abroad, and I'm on a journey. And I want to talk a little bit about my recent travels, okay? So, I recently was traveling through some countries in the Middle East, mainly Egypt, Greece, and now Israel. And also Bahrain. And that was actually the first leg of my trip. So, I don't want to get like too much information all at once and be like overload, but let's start off with today's adventure. So here I am in Tel Aviv, near the city center, and I had an eventful day. Okay, so what happened was I had booked an Airbnb for a stay in Tel Aviv until on my flight in 2 days, and basically the Airbnb was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. It was dirty. There's water everywhere in the bathroom. It smelled awful, and it really just surprised me and caught me off guard how awful it was. But the thing is, I was so tired when we checked in, and it's like when I got in the first night, I could tell there was some issues, but it's like, okay, you say you're tired, you can just bear with it. But that was not the case, okay? So I was supposed to stay there 4 nights, and we ended up coming out today on the third night, not the third night, but we stayed 3 days, and we just checked out before the 4th day. And so what happened was, I contacted the Airbnb, and the customer service guy was like, okay. And I wanted to get like all my money back because it's such a terrible experience. Probably my worst experience with Airbnb. Maybe there's one other bad experience I had a few years ago, but that's another story. And so this experience was, this is the cat's pajama, I would say. Okay, so maybe I'll make another video about that, the Airbnb experiences, because I've had a mix of good and bad, and this was, I would have to say, the worst. And so we came out, and unfortunately, a couple days ago, there's some fraudulent activity that happened with my credit card, and so now I don't have a credit card, and I didn't have a way to order a taxi, and so I tried this app in Israel called Yango, Yango, and it's like Uber, okay? And so basically I ordered that, and I was like, okay, I have one card that kind of works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, and I got it, and I put it in there, and it seemed to work at first. But by the time we get to our destination, which is another hotel that we had stayed at previously, we get to here, this hotel, and the guy is rude, and he is insistent that he puts our luggage at the corner, which is like so many feet away from the hotel door. And so what happens is, so I don't know where to start. I have too much to talk about. Maybe I should have formatted this, but it is what it is. So we're like, okay, just make a turn around the corner, come back around on the street so you can put our stuff right in front of the hotel door. And this guy starts getting temperamental, and so he does it, and then when he gets to the front of the hotel door, he's like throwing the luggage on the ground, and then he goes on about his business. And then he comes back saying the credit card, the app is not working. You have cash. Hi. I have to talk so I don't go crazy about this stuff that happened today. And then he's like, you have cash? I'm like, no, I don't have cash. So all of a sudden, he starts to getting, I said, okay, let me try to put something in, but I got a bunch of luggage to watch, and this dude is acting like a hustler, to put it softly. And so we're getting into the hotel and dragging the luggage in ourselves, and the guy in the reception is trying to help bring the luggage in, and this taxi keeps saying he hasn't got his money, and I don't have cash, and my credit card doesn't work on this particular app. My American credit card doesn't work. And so now all of a sudden, we get the idea. Sorry about the background noise. No, I'm just recording. What you looking for? It was in the dishes. Yeah. So afterwards we're going to, because basically this hotel is under Airbnb too, so it's already checked in with the app and all that kind of stuff. So long story short, the guy is, look, so let me just tell you this, okay? I came into Tel Aviv like early last week, and I've been here almost a week. And so this other hotel that we just stayed at was on Airbnb. And so before coming back to here, we actually stayed in this hotel. Maybe I'll put the link in the description of this hotel in Airbnb that we stayed at, because it's pretty good. And basically, we stayed in this one like before we went into that terrible B&B a couple days ago. And so, because I couldn't figure out what to do, it's like when you're in a room and it's really terrible and you're smelling stuff and you can't sleep, because I didn't sleep last night, it makes it difficult for you to think straight. So I know we have like a flight in 2 days, and the only thing I could think to do was like, okay, if I book another Airbnb and it's bad, then I'm really going to be up the creek. So I said, okay, let's go back to the one that we just had that we know was a good Airbnb. And so that's why we ended up back in this hotel, which I was in like earlier last week, before, I'll say, the Airbnb from hell. I stayed in that one. Maybe I should post where that was too, so you can avoid it, because that was terrible, man. So anyways, got in here, the taxi goes, like, all of a sudden he starts hollering. No, I missed the point. Sorry. I'm like a little sleepy from not sleeping last night, so I'm kind of messing it up a little bit. But anyways, so the guy is like, this old taxi cab driver is like saying, hey, where's the money? It's not working on the app. I'm like, okay, I'll try to fix it. I'll fix it on the app. Go. You know, because I've had this problem before where sometimes the card doesn't work, and it's because like it's an American card, and sometimes these taxi apps in different countries don't work. And so usually if it doesn't accept, I can like later on just switch the card and boom. But see, now I'm limited because of my credit card. This fraudulent activity has happened, so I don't have it to use. That one was the one that worked with pretty much everywhere. And so anyways, this guy is so persistent. And so we had the idea that, oh, ask the reception if he can pay in cash and we'll just pay him back later. And so the thing is, this taxi cab driver, he makes a big thing out of us having extra luggage, but the hotel that I'll call the hotel from hell that I got on Airbnb is just like 5 minutes away from this one, you know? And so it's not far. And the app said 20, just over 20 shekels. And so he wants more because we have luggage. I do travel heavy. We travel heavy. That's another story. I'm going to have to go into details later, okay? But I'm talking about today, okay? So we do have a lot of luggage. But anyways, he wants to get like 50 shekel. And so the thing is, I'm just gonna be upfront. You know, when you're tired and you're exhausted from being in a terrible hotel room, you just kind of just want to get out of that area as quickly as possible. So it's like I knew that he was kind of probably gonna want more, but usually if I can fix my credit card on the app, I can put it in later. But this guy is persistent, and I'm putting it real mildly and nicely, okay? But I have never had any good experiences with taxis almost everywhere I've been. They're always acting rude and crazy. It's just like a handful of times where I've gotten like a mannerable, decent taxi, and it's so strange when it happens. I think that this person is like, I don't know what to say. It's like, are they some type of extraterrestrial being when they act like a civil taxi cab driver? Okay, yeah. Okay, so long story short, I felt like I was going to get overcharged anyway, but I told the reception guy, you know, it's 20-something shekel for the ride, and he gets the cash, and now the taxi cab driver is like, all of a sudden he just goes irate, and he's like hollering in the doorway of the little reception, and he throws the money on the ground, and he's hollering with the reception dude, and wow, it's just a scene, and it's just like, why do people have to holler? It's like provoking some type of fear, and just like, I'm the kind of person who doesn't like to have conflict and all that, and a lot of times that does cause me sometimes to like, when I notice that a driver seems to all of a sudden have an aggressive attitude, I try to like tip them or something, you know, and that's basically like they're taking your money when they start having an aggressive attitude, and I get kind of like, okay, this guy seems kind of aggressive, and I don't know how to quite deal with it. So sometimes I report it, but sometimes it's just like, when so much is going on, you can't say everything is going to be all A, B, C. So anyways, I've got a long list of stories of taxi situations, so maybe if that is interesting to you to hear, I will do a video about that. I don't know. If it helps you, if it helps anybody to prevent a situation with a crazy taxi cab driver, maybe I will do it. But anyways, I'm going to end this video. This is just the beginning, as they say, and I'm going to have some new material up soon. So I'm going to take a chill pill or you know, whatever, try to chill out from all this craziness today. And yeah, and by the way, today's supposed to be some type of holiday here. I don't know what it is called, but last week was Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement, and everybody was basically off the streets. It was very interesting to see. Nobody was driving, and I did not know that. So I was out and about wondering, why are there a bunch of people walking in the streets and kids riding bicycles? So I'm going to end this video, okay, because I really got to go. Peace and love, okay? Until next time. Bye.